Good morning and welcome to Fat Cow Farm. Now here we are in veggie garden number 3. Now the chickens have come through and cleaned everything up. Now if you can remember back over the summer period, we put a summer cover crop through here from Eden Seeds. Now this particular bay is going to be used for our summer veggies again. So for spring anyway. So what we're looking at now is we've got about 4 or 5 months before that we need to start planting out. So what the idea being is that we're going to now close this bay down and introduce a winter cover crop into here so that we can start building back up carbon and everything else. So the chickens have been in here for a good 4 or 5 months now, and all their nutrients and everything else is now into the soil, and they're still scratching around and it's quite loose, but there are some spots that are compacted, and hence what I'm going to do is bring now my new favorite tool in here, the broad fork, just sort of break a few things up. We can rake it, put our cover crop in for winter, and then let that do its thing. So I think we're about 3 weeks now from doing our winter cover crop up on garden bay number 1. But it's interesting to see, I've been waiting in this particular bay because what we had a little surprise come through over summer, and this looks like a peach. I'm waiting for the leaves to drop off, and that's 1 year growth. So it just shows you how much nutrients we have in this garden system, the chicken coop garden bed system. So I'm going to try and get that out. I've got to get it out now, so because it's come through the chicken wire, so I'll have to dig that out, and I'll replant that up back into the orchard, and we can go from there. So got a bit of work ahead of me. I'll get my broad fork. We'll start sorting this out. I'll come and find you, and I'll see you soon. All right, so we've finished all our broad fork, just loosening up that topsoil there. And what we've done is just gone and collected some of the hay from the goat shelter. So this is all full of goat manure as well. And so my thought is that we'll just put a cover down, and then I'll start throwing out all the winter cover crop seeds. So a little bit more work to do. We'll get all this squared away. We'll let it rest. We'll throw the seeds on, and then what I'll do is I'll show you how the other bay's going, bay number 1, where we didn't put a mulch bed on. We've just planted the seeds. So it started, but hence we think that might be a better solution if we put a little bit of mulch cover on top for those seeds. So let me get back to it, and I'll see you soon. Alrighty, so we've got our goat manure and mulch mix over the top now, and we've got the balance of our winter mix, green manure, autumn, winter. So this is from Eden Seeds. We'll get a few things sorted out here, and away we go. Get this one ready for spring and summer, eh? Alright, so we've got our seeds in. Again, what we're going to do is not irrigate this one. We're just going to let this happen naturally. Now, we're getting, you wouldn't know today, but we're getting lots of rain come through over these past couple of weeks. So the ground is still quite moist. We're hoping that with the this mulch cover now, it will all start warming up, for the seeds to start germinating. We're probably looking at that 2-week period, and that'll coincide with the same as what we've had up the top there. So the germination period was about 2 weeks, but we've had that cold weather come through, so maybe 3 weeks. But in saying that, we'll get this ready for spring and summer, ready for our summer vegetables, and away we go, mate. So all fantastic. So what I'm going to do is take you up to the top of garden bed number 1 and just show you how it started, and for that cover crop to start coming through. So I'll see you soon. All right, so here we are in garden bed number 1. So this one here, and I can't I'd have to look at the timeline, but I'm thinking it's been around about that 2 to 3 week mark. We did start seeing some growth come through around about that 10 days, so that 14-day period. So what we're finding is that it was certainly the sun. We had truckloads of rain. Now that we've got a bit of warmth coming back in through the middle of the day, I'm expecting this to sort of take off a little bit further. But just looking around, like a lot of the beans and the peas and the clover, a lot of the ryegrass has come up. You can see that's the taller stuff. So look, it's on its way, and I reckon with a little bit more sun and warmth, this will just start popping. But hence, this is why we're sort of running still experiments here. So ground cover is in, or the green manure is in, without a mulch bed. Now, we had that mulch available to us, hence Garden Bay number 3. These, like I said, this one's going to be rested this year, so this will just get cut, and we'll probably reseed this for another green manure, and we'll just keep on rotating that through. Garden bed number 2 and garden bed number 3. So they're going to be our summer crops this year. So hence we want to start getting those up and running, and away we go. So all about different ideas about getting your cover crop or green cover crop and green manure sorted out. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you soon.